And we are finally live. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones to you wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent. And welcome back to the Banner Saga trilogy, now entering Banner Saga 3, as eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed by the fact that it's on the screen. So yeah. I'd play the recap, but honestly, A, it doesn't take into account kind of all the choices we made, so it doesn't really reflect our story that well, and B, is read by the most aggressively English woman I've ever heard. And like, I'm very English, but Jesus. Why couldn't they have got one of the many Icelandic voice actors that worked on this game? And why do I always realise 30 seconds after the stream's up that I need to clean my glasses, honestly? But yes, so last time, we finally, at long last, made it to Arborang with Alet's caravan, where things weren't great, and there was general unrest, and Ruger wanted to launch a coup, but instead we went in to negotiate, and so did he, and we talked to the king, and then, surprise, Ruger launched a coup anyway. I was accidentally racist because the game telegraphed its choices badly, and then save-scummed to avoid that. And it seems like there might be something questionable going on with Canary, the Horseborn General, who's come into Arborang with us, and it's now looking like there might be another coup on the horizon. Meanwhile, the Ravens and Juno and Eyvind went, well, not all the Ravens actually, it's just Bolverk and Ivar, went to Manahar, and yeah, Bolverk now kind of fully possessed by Bellower, took the arrow out of Bellower's body, had a whole fight. You say Rip Folker. You will note she is on this cover art, and like, we weren't told that she was dead. We last saw her holding the line against a massive army of dredge, but that doesn't mean she's necessarily dead because she is a badass. And yeah, we lost the final fight, but it went ahead anyway, and Manahar has got brought down by Eyvind going super lightning mode. And yeah, probably a bunch of other things happened, but, you know, when they become relevant, they'll become relevant. Now, import save game. I'll let day 100.
We were as far from safety as we could have been. Me, Rook, and Alet, in our small town of Skor. So much has changed since then. We traveled the length of the world to escape serpents and dredge, and still it was not enough. What I do now is madness. Somewhere in the darkness, I've been told, lurks an answer to all our desperate questions. I will make sure it sees the light of day.
See, Falk was
all
right
I
there.
care about now is that the friends, no, the family I fought to deliver to Arborang, live to see the sun move again.
Chapter 16. The true hero comes reluctantly. Here we are at Arborang, where, look, everything's totally fine. Just so great. I mean, honestly, they were complaining that the sun was always up. Now it's dark and they're still complaining. Honestly, some people. Get up, they're coming again. Ah, the one person whose voice I forgot. Where did I go with this? West Country. Already? Ow. You're exhausted. Though the king has given you sanctuary in Arborang, it came with a condition. Do your part to repel the siege at the walls. A siege being waged, not by Dredge, but a man you helped escape from Bursgard, Ruger. Ruger's loyalists are already back, and they've got a battering ram. Alet, are you alright? Remind me how we ended up coming all this way just to fight our own kind. I know, I hate it too. There's thousands of refugees out there, but there's only one reason they're waging a war. Ruger. and he watches safely from a war tent while his bannermen assault the gates. That man poisons everything he touches. He's tried to take the throne in our brand before, the rumour goes. Almost can't blame the king for leaving him to the crows. But the rest of them don't deserve to suffer for it. You hear a chorus of shouts from the gates and a resounding creaking of wood. Arbrand's guards rush to their stations. They've broken through the front gate! Hurry, we can't let them get a foothold! Now we're just straight into it with the fighting, are we? Yeah. Oh god, everyone's been bumped up to rank 8 minimum, which, given that the only person we had at rank 8 before was Canary. Also, we have a new item. A gold wasp. Okay, I don't remember when that turned up. That's extremely dope. Okay, so we probably have a bunch of skill points to spend on everyone. Yes, yes we do. Stats maxed. What talent do we want to give him? Regenerating armor sounds good. Oh, and we've got 42 renown to spend as well. Nice. Excuse me while I just do this for a bit. You know, the most exciting bit of starting a new game, right, is just meddling with some of the numbers. Need with 10 points to spend because I just could not get her leveled. Dodge sounds good because she's forever losing all her strength. Regenerate willpower, because he can then use it to give other people willpower. What was the second ability he got? Ooh, stealth. That's exciting. Yes, because some of these we didn't even get to rank 5, so they won't have had a second ability yet. Aelio's learnt to insult people. Hubris now has provoke. Gunolf, wow, no, he already had that, that's fine. These keep coming up in different orders and it's really unhelpful. Luden, I think dodge sounds good for you as well. Dodge sounds good for most everyone, if I'm honest. There's, who now has Bird of Prey as well as Slag. Yeah, it's as soon as I click on anybody's abilities, it sends me back to the start. Don't know why. Wait, did the Horseborn have a secondary ability? Skahan now has Mule Kick, Rourke now has also Mule Kick and Trample. Canary already had Poison and Pin, and so does Deirdre, I'm guessing. Yep. Need got Rain of Arrows, neat. No need, ha 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 ha. Humour. Okay, I think we've actually looped through everyone now. There's still some pluses, but that's because some people actually can level, and I have 42 renown, so let's actually do that. Alette, you are our protagonist. Have a level. How much would we take? I could max her out rank 10. It's tempting. It is. We want dodge. But no, let's... As I've said, I'm very bad at leveling people up asymmetrically. Ludin, you keep actually coming in way more useful than I expect, so... And that means we now have a couple of rank 8s who could take this, what is it? +1 to all talents, +2 willpower, 1 willpower per rest. Alette can have that because she's got that dodge, strength, attack talent. So who wants this knockback and will on kills thing? Yes, and also Ludin has evolved from his Rugged Man of the Woods moustache to Rugged Man of the Woods and who forgot to shave moustache and beard. Margaret, I guess? No, actually, that makes more sense for Hakon. And then that frees up this +3 strength. We could use a strength boost. Maybe Irsa. There we go. Make her a bit more able to actually take anything approaching a hit. Come quick, they're nearly through. That wasn't how Mogul sounded last time he had a scene, but in my defense, he hasn't had a scene for a very long time. Let's go. You can just lurk. Got these barricades to get through first. Speaking of barricades, here's 19 damage. I didn't even check who I actually had listed in my party. Okay, it's Margaret Hakon and the 4 Horseborn. Alright. If you get there, you can trample, unless I've miscounted. Yep, there we go. Nailed it. But now you are in enemy territory. Cool, enemy doesn't care. Roach, you just go and take out some more barricades. Yes, please continue to flail on him when you take damage for every hit against him, you idiot. I don't know why Canary seems to have started on reduced armor. Because not everyone has. Oh wait, there's one right there she can hit and probably kill, yeah. All together now. Wish you would. Saga can accomplish nothing. Why don't you mule kick take out some of his armor? Not as much armor as I thought it would. I could have checked, but hey. Who actually checks abilities? You just memorize what they do and never confirm it, right? Deirdre is doing sterling work. Canary's doing less good work. Oh yeah, I forgot I literally just gave him that knockback item. Wow, that whole dashing into enemy territory has left Saga with literally nothing to do. It's weird there that I had to attack that thing just so I could get the bonus movement. I wonder, can you trample through friendly units? No. And I left myself too far away from that one to trample. Guess he's not moving. Also feels worth noting that we have no humans in this party, and that's kind of funny. Finally, Saga can get back in the fight just in time to finish this guy. And we're going to pillage. You attempt to do something useful. And tell me, how's it gone? Tell me quickly before you get murdered by this horse. Too late. I shall have to draw my own conclusions and say that how it went is you got murdered by a horse. Victory. Harkin got a level. Canary got an injury. Will this stop her launching a coup? Is she going to launch a coup? We just don't know. Oh wow, that is a proper battlefield of tents and battlefield. Words. They threw everything at this assault, hoping to surprise Arbarang's tired guards and get a battering ram through. It almost worked. If not for you. The enemy pulls back, leaving you amongst the groans of wounded and dying. That spineless bastard! Oddleaf sobs. She kneels over the body of a boy someone slapped a helmet onto. One of Ruger's fighters, but far too young. Today was probably the first time he ever held a sword. And the last. No more, she swears, dashing off towards Ruger's war tent across the battlefield. The retreating and tired enemy are slow to respond. Odd, stop! You shout to deaf ears. The others give you a quick look before chasing after her, expecting the worst. Okay. New setup. We have to have Oddleaf. Is there anyone else we have to have? Nope. Cool. Let's go with people who haven't earned that 9th level yet. Oh wait, Gunolf has. And yeah, let's bring Deirdre back. She was doing so well. Wait, why have I given a rank 8 item when I just brought her up to rank 9? Her and Luden are both rank 9 and should have one of these rank 9 items. God, I'm paying attention. Solvy's method, more range, sounds good, especially with Overwatch. And then this Gold Wasp can be for Ludin. That can go to Alio, have more willpower to do things with. And who wants a Let's Bracelet that we still have? Margaret, you don't have anything, have something. Really wish you could sell items. Well, maybe in Game 3 you can, who knows. Ruger, you coward! Face us yourself! If you wanted to talk, you could have asked. Someone call the others! Protect Ruger! Or... And don't do that either. Do none of these things. Guess what? You get wrecked. Good dodge. Nice one, Oddleaf. Is that fire spreading? I think that fire's spreading. Or is it? I can't tell. It's hard to tell. I think it, yes, because it's spread onto where Gress is. Ugh. Don't love that. Let's just murder this guy who had the temerity to try and attack Oddleaf. Yes, that fire is absolutely spreading. They have just decided to set fire to their own tent. That's just brilliant tactics. Again, they flail the people who do reaction damage, like idiots would. Actually, no, can we now? Okay. Luckily, it seems the fires don't trip until you actually walk over them, so having more people means Gris can just stand there for ages. Which is funny when Val are meant to be weak to fire. What have I told you about trying to hurt Oddleaf? Was I not clear about how you die? You don't get to have armor anymore. That guy has cunningly gone outside of the regular map, so I can't actually stand next to him. So let's do this one instead. This is gonna hurt. That hurt. Ah, but you can still do decent damage. Stop hitting my archers. Have you not learnt this yet? Because then they murder you. Case in point, she murdered you. Sure, walk into the fire. Could have just attacked the person where you didn't need to walk through a fire, but hey, you do you. Again, could have just attacked Gris, but sure, walk into the fire. Gris is just gonna rest. He's fine. Everyone on this side of the fire can do this side of the fire business. Again, they are just walking into this fire for no reason at all. You be dead at long range. Long distance dead. For all that long dead distance. Or don't, you know, up to you. Basilisk ring saves need from dying, which is nice. Take a bunch of damage. Chris would just slowly walk around the fire rather than straight through it, unlike some people. No, don't end turn. I wasn't trying to click on that. You go into pillage. Needs too close to attack him, in the words of Alex Clare. And Oddleaf gets the kill. Look, we've not got the ravens here, I need to do the singing. Another 13 renown. Feels like we're getting a lot of renown, but then I suppose we need more for levels, but at the same time, it's a lot. I don't know, I didn't really have a counterpoint there. The tent's interior has become a gruesome mix of blood and ash. "Put your blades away!" shouts Ruger, held by the throat. "I'm beaten," he smirks. Suspicion washes over you like a burst dam. "Certainly hope the king shows you his full gratitude for your heroics." Do we just break his nose? I think at this point he deserves it. His nose crumples beneath your fist like a dry leaf, and he falls to a knee, groaning. Oddleaf keeps an arrow pointed at his bristling clansmen, who move aside as you lead a bloodied, gasping Ruger to the guards at the gate. Ruger is clapped in chains, and you wait. You spend a long, silent period with Oddleaf. "I'd do it again," she finally whispers, referring to her reckless attack on Ruger's tent. Hours later, a message arrives. The gates are slowly drawn open to your great surprise. "King Meinolf decrees an end to this fighting. He welcomes all refugees into the city," shouts a man in Arborang's colours. "But as the captain of his guard, I warn you, do not test his generosity." Aelio wonders aloud. "Welcomes, after all this killing." I can't do a good West Country accent, sue me. Oh, it says gate above the gate. We're meant to click on the gate. Okay, that was not super clear. That's kind of hard to read. A crush of people slowly pile through the gates, squeezing close together. The guard captain calls you over as you pass. He has Ruger close at hand. "You have my attention for dealing with Ruger. It seems your reputation has some truth to it. King Meinolf has asked for you personally to be his honoured guest. I've been ordered to escort you to a gathering at the Great Hall, along with this cur." Ruger flashes the sort of grin that makes him so punchable. I love that they've updated his art for the fact that I punched him in the face. "Good to see you too, Petrus. Captain now. You've been busy." Petrus restrains himself. You consider the king's surprising orders. "What made the king decide to open the gates to everyone?" "I can't speak for King Meinolf, but if these people had never joined banners with this snake, they'd have found safety here a lot sooner." "Another of Meinolf's lies." "That reminds me, I need to find a gag. King Meinolf will speak to you, both, when we reach the Great Hall. Do me a favour. I've got enough to deal with ushering in all these new refugees. I won't let Ruger out of my sights." There seems to be a lot. I think there's a lot of background noise on my end. Yeah, my computer's running a bit loud, and also it's windy outside. Like, really windy. So, if there's any sound issues, apologies. Look at how many people are already. It's about to be a whole lot more. I don't care for how many looks we're getting. The fields between the outer and inner walls of Arborang are brimming with different people and clans. All stare as the masses enter. A pair of curious children run to you in awe. "Can I ride the horse people?" gasps a young boy. His mother grabs him by the arm, blurting apologies. A man with a short banner of his own approaches. "Excuse my wife and son," he says. "There isn't anyone in Arborang who hasn't heard of you." "We're a small clan," he continues. "Strong men and smart women. Give us the honour of joining our banner to yours." Oddleaf gives you an uncertain shrug. Already it begins. People want to join you. Should I? If I say yes, they'll betray me. If I say no, not having them will betray me somehow. No, I maintain that I want to save people, so any allies are welcome in these times. The man claps you on the shoulder, and many other clans promise to sew their banners to yours as you travel towards the Great Hall. Plus they brought a bunch of supplies, so I'll take that. Yeah, look, Valtrek into Darkness was too good a pun to pass up once I thought of it. Barter thrives in the shadow of a catastrophe as people haggle their treasured family heirlooms for a handful of grain. Between robbery and theft, it's been a real problem, Petrus tells you. Eventually, we gave up patrolling the lower rings of Arborang. Every man for himself down here. Past more than a few reminders of better times. No gossip is traded freely. Most items and supplies are outrageously expensive. Still, you can afford to take a look. Sure, why not? Here and there, a piece of someone's old life catches your eye. Okay, so we just get to go to the market as usual. We have 57 renown, that's a lot. Things go up to rank 14. Also, that's a green beret. Oh, that's very nice. That's also very nice. I mean, they're all very nice, that's the point. Surviving a siege is indeed renown worthy, yep. So I'll take it. +3 to all talents, though. I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to grab that as well. We could afford it. Probably should have bought some more supplies while I was there. Ah, well. I can't tell if that tree looks very dodgy or it's just because there's a kind of purple tint over everything. Keep your eyes open. Some of these people were ready to kill us just hours ago. They're probably still very ready. That is indeed so many clansmen. I get away with this! The man slurs nearby. He and his cronies are already drinking their way through the streets. We demand justice! He bleats in the face of a confused horseborn. Ahead, more horseborn rear up at spear point. Canary and her companions thrust weapons and words back at their accusers, unintimidated. I knew this would be trouble. Petrus grumbles. Petrus guards try to separate the horseborn and angry clansmen, but only manage to make things worse. You catch Ruger chuckling under his breath. Justice for Tolle! Turns into a chant, spreading until it infects a great mass of people. The horseborn came with you, they accuse. You're protecting murderers! Someone attacks, and others follow. And that's when we had to murder a bunch of racists. Let's stay concentrating on people who need it. Yeah, I think that's a solid lineup. I could take Margaret instead of... Yeah. Nah. Oh, but items. Yeah, see, I really don't... the extra range is good for that, but the -2 armor is not worth it, I don't think. Whereas this, +3 armor and chance to divert armor. Yes, thank you. Let's go. Yeah, like I say, am I getting just chat, am I getting a lot of background noise on the mic? My levels kind of look like I am. What the hell has just happened? Game. Game has die. So that's gone well. Cool, let's see when it last saved. And if it'll capture. Oh, Jesus God. The gremlins, they come again, but in a slightly different form. You gonna capture? Game, do you wanna give me video? Can I interest you at all in some video game? I mean, it's right there in the name. You're meant to be a video game. Without video game is just game. Why aren't you oh my God, alive? Great. Just great. Change it to auto. Back. There we go. Don't know why that decided to do it, but... And on the 7th day, the capture rested. Yeah, clear. I mean, like, you'd think by now I'd have learned not to do streams on a Sunday, but I keep having to learn that lesson. And then this all happens again. Really, really slowly. My brain keeps trying to do the little kind of theme sting that they have turning up in the music a lot. Yes, allies. But then it just turns into the Halo theme. I mean, it's got a lot of similarities to the Halo theme. I bought that, I bought that. This time I will buy a few days of supplies. Yes, chat, I know. I remembered that on my own. I mean, at least, I mean, the Halo theme is slightly more on mood than when I was setting up the stream. The only thing I could fix in my mind was Spanish Flea, which just kept looping and looping and looping, and every time I tried to do any kind of vocal warm-up, it was Spanish Flea. Welcome to my brain, everyone. And now that I've talked about it, it's going to be back, isn't it? Why do I do these things? Drunk man is racist. Starts riot. Reorganize items. Alette wants that. I think that was the only thing I had to reorganize. Take out Eric. Add Skaha. And take out Oddleaf. Add Ursa. You gonna work this time? Thank God. Because if the game just couldn't get past that point and we were just doomed immediately. Crowd looks riled up. Kill the rabble rousers in blue and the rest may flee. Murder people for wearing blue? Got it. I'm not sure that's the moral they want me to take from this, but it's what they're getting. With the whole move 2 spaces for 1 willpower, Jesus, cantrips have some range on them. Actually, how about you don't stand directly in front of a Varl? But if you don't, you can't actually get an angle on anyone, so directly in front of a Varl it is. What did we learn today, kids? That's right, never wear blue. Needs got bird of prey, so can we? Yeah. Although, it might be more worth it to rain of arrows. It might not, but you know, I'm just trying my options. Bird of prey. It's only 1 damage, but whatever, that's more than no damage. Get wrecked! I just, as I put that in, I was like, wait, can we walk over our own arrow traps? I genuinely don't know. Luckily, we could. Yeah. Nailed it. Nice one, Ned. Cool, I didn't actually check my attack previews. Well, guess that's her turn wasted. Stop flailing at horses. It's weird. Oh, I thought that said 3, not 5. I really need to pay more attention is the main story we're getting from most of this. Anyway, Grist. 20 renown! Horseborn rampage? What? Minimize casualties during the disagreement over the Horseborn. Yay! We actually did things right for once. Need got a level, nobody got injured. Not even the townsfolk, apart from those 2 idiots who were racist and started a riot, so we murdered them. Again, the morals of this are... Canary, the usually charismatic leader of a large horseborn tribe, wears a deep scowl. Why men attack? Why so much shout? I don't remember what voice I went with her. Everyone thinks your horseborn pillaged Tolia. This is important, Canary. Is it true? City to east. Yes, kill many man, take many thing. You need more? Oddleaf's mouth opens but finds no words. Cultural differences. You admit it. You plundered Talia and killed the people there. Many food, many weapons. Bring to you. You eat, you take. You slaughtered them and gave their things to us. Canary looks from Oddleaf to you, puzzled, then back to Oddleaf. Her front hooves pound the dirt and she gestures in the air. You kill at walls, you kill on road. Man, horseborn, every. No, that's... Damn. It's not the same thing. She doesn't get the difference. They must have done this before we even met them. How are we going to explain this away? There's nothing to explain. We either defend them or we don't. Canary. Ooh. I mean... I don't want to condemn them for doing things that are literally part of their cultural makeup before we ever knew them and before they were even involved with us. And also, wife. I mean, look, I am a simple queer of definable tastes, and this colours my morals sometimes. We will protect you, but you must do exactly as I say from now on. She trots nervously in place, then exhales through her nose and frowns. We listen for now, but we are not pets. I have to hope this is all going to be worth the trouble, Oddleaf. Me too. Yeah, the horseborn are cool, and I'm not getting rid of them that easily. And also, I'm not going to turn around and be like, well, the racist riot had a point. Yeah, our Barang is not looking in amazing condition. No, I don't know, it's solid. Mostly just wildly overcrowded, I guess. And going to get more so. Oh hey, more Val. In the crowds, you notice new Val. See? The game keeps reading me. Who had just now entered the gates. Harkon's gone off to meet them, and eventually you catch up. A familiar face glares in your direction as he speaks. Eventually we crossed paths with Bolverk and his ravens at the old fort. You remember Bolverk? The berserker. Hard to forget. I thought I did some hard marches in our day, but not like this. Bolverk went his own way. Lucky we arrived when we did. I wasn't sure our Barang would still be here, or where you went. Have they treated you well since we parted, Harkon? Well enough, all things considered. Faso gives you a cold stare. Don't think I've forgotten why Einatoft fell, little one. Or forgiven. How did you survive Bellow at Einatoft? With no thanks to mankind. Thankfully Val are made of sterner stuff. So, what's gonna save all of us now? Where's your faint-hearted weathermaker? Gone to the north into the darkness. Juno and Avind claim they can solve this. Is that so? Juno and Avind. Makes you wonder who started the trouble in the first place. Oh no, it was absolutely them, and we know this. Grofheim is gone. Einatoft is gone. Jorund gone. The Dredge, on the other hand, Bolverk said he ran across Eyeless and Ibindal.
Bellower's probably on his way back right now.
Hey. Is that a clip of me being like, I am a simple queer? Yeah, it exactly is. I mean, it's a fair cop.
We defeated Bellower at Bursgard. I saw him myself. Bellower doesn't die. What are the others, like Walker or Seethe? We don't know where they went. There's Ubin around here somewhere to write these things down, at least. Afraid not, he decided to go south, to Horseborn lands. Of course he did. And I guess we're the last Varl, Archon. Let us bring ruin to the dredge like the old days. Of our bones, the hills!
Hakon breaks into a wide grin, clasping forearms with Fasolt, a strange gladness about them.
Of our bones, the hills.
Seven Varl, one of whom is Fasolt, and didn't he come here with a message for us? Is he going to communicate that at any point? But no, instead we will just all walk slowly through the city. Fasolt isn't showing up at the head of the caravan. Interesting. We've only got 4 Varl there, and it's just Hakon, Gunnulf, Gris, and Mug. The path crossing the field from the outer gate to the inner black rock is longer than it looks, but you walk through dense, smoky streets, escalating toward the rise in the black rock plateau. Ruger shuffles beside the guards who carry his chains. He's been unusually silent, but now he speaks softly in your ear. Why are we letting him that close to us? Stabby stabby. Break nose again. Break something else. I don't know. Just get him away from you.
Careful, Hunter,
He says, even before you hear the shouts.
Looks like trouble ahead.
It is trouble. A few yards ahead, you spy one of Petrus's guards face down, an arrow in his head. Petrus curses angrily and runs ahead just as armed men appear from the crowds surrounding him and attack his guards.
It would be a tragedy if something happened to him,
Ruger taunts. So if we join Petrus, Ruger will probably get away. If we stay stay close to Ruger, Petrus will probably die. Whatever, it wasn't hard to capture Ruger in the first place. Killers emerge from a well-staged trap to plunge arrows and axe heads into more guard. An ambush! Shouts Petrus. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Do we have enough renown to level anyone? How come you're on level? Oh, we have 53 renown! Where did that come from? Oddleaf, we love you. Please have some of this renown, as well as our undying respect. Oh, and now you can have this rank 9 Archer Relic. And that leaves this plus 2 to all talents. Well, does Fasolt have some skill points to spend? He very much does. Who wants this item? Who wants this item? Who wants this item? Da, da, da. I don't know. Does Alio have some talents to boost? No. Deirdre? No. Skaha? No. Ursa? No. Need? It'd be giving Need some extra dodge, and I don't think she's got anything particularly exciting. Oh yeah, she had the Basilisk Ring, which... Why do I keep calling it the Basilisk Ring? I'm pretty sure that is a different item. This is the Ring of the Wolf. So we still want to give that to somebody reasonably squishy. Tell you what, Ursa, you have that, and then these gloves can go to Fasolt. Right, now, who do we actually want in this fight? People who need to get up to level. So, Fasalt, Mog. There's our meat wall at the front. Alio, Skaha, Deirdre, and Ursa. Let's do it. It's the end of the trilogy, renown for everyone. I mean, yeah, we've been through a lot, and is that not how renown is achieved? Oh hey, it's Petrus. Did he have any good things? Run through and flail, and can call in extra people, and shield wall. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Margaret will just stand here like, come at me. Fasalt will come at you. Oh, he's got Bring the Pain. Let's use that. Wish you would. No, the other one. I really hoped he was going to flail there, it would have been funny. Trampule. Nice. And then get out of Margaret's way. Cool, there's a trap somewhere. But given that it's impossible to tell where, I'm going to elect not to worry. Deirdre gets a level, nice. Ooh, can I hit them with slag? Yeah, I get slagged. Five break and 2 health damage, that is a lot. Stop hurting Alio, it's mean. He is but a simple bard. You look like you could use some help. Oh, Goodman. Remember him? From when we went into a mine and everything was horrible? I mean, mostly him being here is going to bloat our turn order, so nobody actually good gets a turn, but you know. Still, flail. That's handy. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. Going there will mean he walks into some fire, but alright. 1 damage for just straight killing an archer, I'll take it. Also dead. Hit you with my big spiky stick. Also dead. Saga gets a level. Yeah, sure, just keep hitting the shield bangers. It's not like they're there precisely to tank or anything. I really don't need to use any fancy abilities. Just hit the guy with an axe. Really, that's my ability. Is hit man with axe. And Goodman's lands the killing blow after me being all like, oh, we can have somebody useful. Deirdre gets a level. Skaha gets a level. Nobody gets injuries. Oh wait, Alio got an injury. I take it back. And we get 10 renown. And did Ruga escape? Really feels like Ruga would have escaped. Petrus rallies his man with Petrus rallies his men with tremendous skill. You quickly repel the ambush with his help. He didn't help that much. Wiping his blade clean of blood, Petrus then leads into Ruger hard with fists and feet, until the man is curled in a quivering ball on the ground. So he didn't escape, and he gets the crap kicked out of him. Win-win! The thrashing ends when Petrus is satisfied, and the fighter who joined you in battle paces nearby.
Bastards, utter bastards. It's been a miserable, hard road, and I wasn't willing to watch good men go down like that. I'm Gudmund, he continues. Lots of us here from Bindal. I was captain there myself.
He glances at his banner, trampled and bloody, and notices yours.
Though I'll admit we could be doing a lot better.
You take the hint. Yeah, fight like you did there, and you are welcome.
I swear it,
Gudmund replies. He gathers his tattered banner and sends word along to his people. 360 clansmen and 140. Wow, that is once again so many clansmen. Petrus and Gudmund chat as you continue to the Great Hall. Kindred spirits. Everyone's a winner, except Ruger, and who cares about that dickhole? Looks like an awful lot of stairs. No doubt why Meinolf feels safe watching from above. You finally approach the black stone walls deep at the centre of Arberang. Petrus instructs you to head up the stairs while he hauls Ruger away. Oddleif huffs when she learns she can't join you. I guess only the important people are invited, she says. I'll try and find a place for the rest of us. Where do you think is best? I'm not good at strategy. I trust Oddleif, she's awesome. It's your call, Oddleif. I trust your judgment. I'll do what I can, says Oddleif. But up on top of that hill is where we ought to be. Oddleif looks back at the Great Hall. Maybe if you had the king's ear, she suggests. The black rock plateau casts a long indigo shadow over you like a storm cloud. As you climb the steps, the view shifts from verdant green hills into a morbid panorama of carnage and darkness, which is my new post-metal album. Eventually you come to stand beside rich and powerful men with long names and banners, called before King Meinolf as you were. Harkon is here, as well as Canary, both given a wide berth. From where you stand at the back of his enormous hall, King Meinolf looks small and withered upon the throne. Who does he think he is, Theoden? He speaks slowly, as if stepping carefully through cobwebs of old memories. You can only hear bits and pieces about changes of heart and protecting the weak. Eventually you give up trying to make out the words. Suddenly the hall goes silent. Everyone's turned to stare at you. The king beckons, and you approach. That's an anxiety dream. Oh, thought we were going into a video there. Was about to do to actually say a thing about how I like how the second and third games have gone for a lot more animated cutscenes, because the animation is really cool, and clearly they just didn't have the money or production time in the first one. With this, the king sends the crowds away and takes you aside privately. You are to be thanked in person for bringing my son home to me. Now I'm afraid I must selfishly beg a favour of you. The road between Bursgard and Arberang is long, especially shared with a man like Ruger. Tell me, how did you fare in his company? Ruger tried to kill me. You're not the first. Yet somehow he commands the loyalty of many. Maybe it says something about the hearts of men. Or maybe, when you're charismatic and have no morals, you can do pretty much anything to get people to like you because you don't care. Goal orientation.
I suspect you already know this, but the man has poisoned me.
Well, I mean, yeah, you look like you're already dead, so...
He did it when we met in good faith to negotiate peace. Also, a sheep was there for some reason that has not yet been established. My menders have been unable to find a cure. Ruga and I have something of a long and miserable history. No doubt he means to watch me wither on the throne. But Babs, you've seen his weakness. Something with which to coax an antidote from him. Convince him on my behalf.
Am I truly the best hope for this?
You're not my only, but if I know Ruga, this is all part of a game, and I will use every option I have. Succeed, and you'll know my generosity.
The king calls for Petrus, and you soon hear his hard boots echoing off the high ceilings. My king?
Captain Petrus, our friend Alette, has agreed to speak with Ruga.
He learnt our name.
And Petrus, follow young Alette's orders. You're now hers to command as she needs. See that this gets resolved as soon as possible.
We're an honoured guest. 90 renown? It just keeps going up. Such numbers. Oddleif, tell us what to do with all this renown. You're back, so what was that all about? What did the king have to say? Something about putting aside our differences, and he wants me to try and wring an antidote out of Ruga. Since Meinolf's dying, everyone's been let into the city under his protection. I wonder if I'd change my mind like that if I knew the end was near. Is it not? Shut up, you know what I mean. So, how are you feeling about all this? All of this? Care to narrow it down? She smiles politely, waiting for your question. What's your deal with the horseborn, anyway? She's just a horse girl. My deal? What do you mean? Oh, you're going to pretend like there's nothing up with you. I heard you giggle the first time you saw one. I don't giggle. Okay, look, just don't repeat this, promise? I promise. When I was a girl, I remember my father showing me pictures of horses. They looked amazing, I wanted one so bad. Then he told me they were all killed, totally wiped out. Do you know this story? Legend says the Loom Mother made horses, and another god created the horseborn from them. There was a time when both horseborn and horses existed. They'd see people use horses for farming and carrying goods, and wouldn't know how to react. Was it slavery? Were horses like children to them, or some living reminder that they're just dumb beasts? You could ask the same about Val. Come on, it's not the same. Val looked pretty different from you. No debate how the horseborn were made. Anyway, rather than let anyone own horses, the stories say the horseborn went crazy and slaughtered them all. Then they fought the humans a bit, but eventually retreated far south. They say the horseborn felt such shame about the massacre, they just never returned. Who knows what the truth really is? Up until the moment I saw one, I was never even sure the horseborn really existed. But they're real. They're really real, and they're beautiful. And they're causing us all kinds of problems. Oddleif's beaming face and wide grin deflates. Tell me about it. What would you do in Meinolf's position? That's a tough one. You know me, I want everyone to live. Maybe even not hate each other. Ruga's men are bastards, but I don't think they deserve to die. I'm just glad the Val are on our side. But I'm not the king, so I guess there's not much else to say about it. Maybe you should be. What should we do about Ruger? Gods, I wish he just didn't exist. You know he's not going to just hand over a cure. Not without a high price, anyway. He's gambling with people's lives for his own benefit. Why do people like him always seem to prosper? Rule comes to those who have a deep desire to rule. You mean madmen? Yeah, that's what I said. You spend so much time and effort trying to do the right thing, and here comes Ruger. May as well be stabbing children as he goes, and people love him for it. And I'm not going to draw any parallels to current news. Not remotely. Ugh, and now I'm drawing parallels. But anyway, what can we do? Threats and beatings don't seem to work. Have you tried more threats and more beatings? It's an option. Man can take a punch, I'll give him that. Can't kill him yet either, for Meinolf's sake. Love that yet. What does he even want? The throne? What's the point of ruling Arborang for a couple of days before the darkness takes it back? Ugh, I'm sick of thinking about Ruger. Let's change the subject. We'd better get back to camp. Yeah, I suppose we should. How are you holding up? You ever get tired of doing the right thing? You have no idea. Well, I have some idea. Just remember you've always got a shoulder here. Don't try to carry this all on your own. Good, because without shoulders you'd be much less good with a bow. Like, I may not be the best archer in the world, but I know the importance of having shoulders. Let's check the market. We could get this beanie baby. 3 to all talents, 1 will per turn, 1 armor per turn, 1 break. Wow, Jesus, these are big. I mean, I've got 90 renown, I might grab that. But also, we can level people. Yes, thank you, I know how to click on people to look at their stats. Game, you know I've played the others. Like, I imported a save file, you know I've played the other games. Ooh, Petrus is rank 10, we can give him one of these top-end things. Plus 3 to all talents, 1 strength attack, 1 break, 3 to all talents, 20% crit chance, or 3 to all talents, 1 will, 1 armor, and 1 break. 1 will per turn, 1 armor per turn, 1 break. Let's give him the attack one. And he has 11 points. Rank 10 guard captain. A serious man. Petrus is the captain of King Meinolf's city guard. A new way of doing things, but crucial for a city that's sprawled into a bigger urban landscape than has ever been seen before. Petrus rose quickly to his rank thanks to his methodical personality and his dedication to keeping King Meinolf safe. He knows the inner workings of Arborang better than nearly anyone else alive. And yes, he has bloody flail, he has run through, and he can call reinforcements. Summons a warrior within 2 tiles of his location, which is neat. Anyway, have some of these points. Just max you out immediately, and you're going to get plus 3 to all talents, so we should spend these on getting 4 different talents. Regen willpower would be good. 20% chance to regen 4 willpower per turn. Have dodge, have divert, just to make you very hard to hit. And 25% crit chance. All of these are good. Okay, who wants levels? Rank 8s who need levels to the front. Canary. Actually press confirm instead of cancel this time. Tell you what, all the horseborn. Get some promotions. Except Roech, because he doesn't seem to have been doing enough fighting. Okay, cool. So, everyone's leveled, everyone's equipped. Decent. Let's talk to Petrus. We've not had time for proper introductions. I didn't even know it would be necessary. Are you comfortable with the King's orders? It's not a matter of comfort. I was given as much warning as you were. That is to say, none. But if these are the King's orders, I will follow them. Is there anything you wish to know? Petrus stands at attention, waiting for your response. How did you become the guard captain in Arborang? He looks uncomfortable and unaccustomed to talking about himself. I won't bore you with the details. I was an orphan. When I was young and impetuous, I overthrew the vicious bastards who were selling children in the slums. I did it without killing a man. King Meinolf made me an honour guard. A few years later, after an attempted coup, I became captain. You may have a guess who incited that attempted coup. Fast rise to power. Power only means you have the luxury of putting your own needs last. That's not a bad way of viewing it. What can you provide? Several hundred trained fighters, weapons and armour, and access to the king, should you need it. Several hundred fighters in a city of several 100,000. We're lucky for that. Look at Frostfell or Bursgard. The wealthy buy control. Any upset a balance and the wealthy families hack each other to pieces over it. Innocent people get caught in the fray. The king is trying to change that here in Arborang, but it's slow going. Tradition dies hard. And in my experience, many would just prefer to hack each other to pieces in the first place. Why did Meinolf put me in charge? I'm an outsider. It would be above my position to assume. But, in my opinion, you answered the question yourself. The king knows the other clans in Arborang. Too well, I think. Schemes and secret plots flourish in a city like this, but your banner speaks for you. Who better than an indebted outsider to handle the other outsiders? So he can expect me to do as he says and take the blame if things go wrong, too. That's one way to look at it. Aren't the wealthy families in Arborang going to be upset about this? Without a doubt. You probably have things to do. As you say, my men were spread thin already. I'm almost more worried about the clans than the dredge. May I offer some advice? Please do. Rely on me to understand this city. Sometimes men who come in from the countryside see things as a straight path, but Arborang's a circle. If you try to change direction suddenly, you risk being flung over a cliff. Don't know how much of that is metaphor, and we are dangerously close to a steep drop. I appreciate your counsel, thank you. Of course, if you need me, I will be nearby. We've got so many uninjured people. Let's just go. Well, Petrus, we were just chatting, but let's talk again. Petrus escorts you to your camp, which was set up while you were gone. I know King Meinolf asked you to speak with Ruger at once, but after his men ambushed us, I may have been too... He's not capable of speech for the moment. Seems like you two have some history. I will bring you to speak with him as soon as possible. For now, I would suggest rest. It has been a long day after all. Oddleif has been waiting for you to return. You can hear singing and laughing in the distance. Where is everyone? Celebrating. For the first time since we left Skogl, we can just stop. We made it. Thanks to you. I don't feel done yet. The dredge could easily tear through that flimsy outer wall if they wanted to. And as far as I can tell, we've still got no answer to the darkness. What do you think Ivor's doing right now? Probably keeping them all from killing each other, if I know Ivor. I know you're right, but I miss him. It feels strange, this sudden calm. Nothing to do but wait. Well, some of us have to do an interrogation. You're right, I can't even work on Ruger yet. The guard captain went wild on him. Good. On the other hand, what if Meinhof dies? Between Ruger's loyalists, the Horseborn, and the power struggle, this city may turn on itself. How do we try to grip this world the faster it seems to slip from our fingers? We can't stop the world, Alette. All we can do is try to hold on. Come on, you deserve one night of happiness. Oddly fakes a brave face and leads you to where the rest are already celebrating. Chapter 17. Raising high their shining light. Yeah, that darkness has advanced a touch. But now, back to Manaha and Zeph.
The darkness hasn't responded to anything I've tried so far. Damn you, Juno! How did you... I can't give up.
Darkness has tentacles. Good to know. Good to know. Is that all we're getting from Zeph? Meanwhile, deep within the darkness, let's check in on Ivor. Remember Strand all that time ago?
What am I doing here? I left my friends in Arborang and joined the Spellweavers, Juno and Eyvind, on their journey to undo the darkness and put an end to a world-eating serpent. Juno fashioned a dome of light around us, and we pushed into the darkness. I expected desolation. Instead, we've passed villages that look as though melted, and forests curled like fishhooks. I've had a bad feeling that these things will never again return to the way they once were, even if we succeed. With us came a band of mercenaries, the Ravens, tricked into believing the orders came from their leader. This, too, feels like disaster waiting to happen.
Forest Code Like Fishhooks is, of course, my favourite Porcupine Tree album. You need to address this now, Juno. You catch one of the ravens staring at you for the third time. The whispering between them has become worrisome. Not yet. Soon. The longer you control folks' mind, the worse it'll be when you drop the tricks. The ravens you brought with us are hardened mercenaries. They won't take lightly to being kidnapped. There was no time to convince them properly, and we need their blades and shields out here. That staff, that's ominous as hell. What's happened out here exactly? The darkness doesn't kill, it warps. There are things hiding out here we don't want to meet. Perfect. I have a feeling they might notice this giant dome of light. I'm afraid it's necessary. It's the only thing keeping the darkness from warping us as well. I will release Falk's mind soon, when they discover they're trapped within the light. How do you expect this to play out? They will be furious. Help me keep things from spiraling out of control. What I've done, I know how it looks. It isn't the way I wanted things to be. Please, Ivor, put your trust in us a little longer. Just fix this. Believe me, we're trying. So yeah, things not going great.
The old city on the human-Varl border looms ahead. Twisted into a claw, but still Strand. Now, I have to imagine the longboats bringing fish in the harbor, and the bustling of merchants hawking goods. An unexpected light from Strand's great hall calls to us from atop the hill.
Well, that's
We
worrying.
stop briefly to investigate.
Huh. So remember those warped dredge we ran into in the mines? Oh, we have new people. Oh, we actually have the Stone Singer. Yeah. And we have Valgard. Who the Christ is Valgard? He's a raid master. A battle-hardened warrior and long-time protector of Strand and its governor. Valgard is close friends with Eric. Going back a long ways and having seen a lot of things together. He stayed in Strand to get as many people to safety as possible and ended up stuck there in the darkness, saved only by a fortuitous crossing of paths with Alfruin. Now he's been forced to move on from the city he's always considered home. But who's Alfruin, I hear you ask? She's a witch. A mysterious and seemingly powerful spellweaver who claims to have a complicated history with the Menders and taught herself how to weave. Her hands and body look as though they've suffered under the practice. She happened across survivors in Strand while searching for the cause of the darkness. What abilities does she have? Strength of will. Will just heal her target for half of her current willpower. Neat. Ride the Lightning uses her will to focus her energy, launching herself forward with her spear set. After hitting her target, she retreats back to her starting tile. She can't move through anything, needs clear line of sight. A long distance strike from her is devastating and leaves the target concussed, which is neat. And at the start of her turn, regenerates 1 willpower. Neat! What abilities does Valgard have? Stone Wall, Bloody Flail, Shield Wall. We know those. Does Avent have anything new going on? Now that he has this fancy and not at all evil scarf? Staff. Different words. He doesn't have an evil scarf. That we're aware of. Has Arc Lightning, has Troll Stones, has Manta. Okay, no. Same stuff he had before. But also we have the Apostate. Yeah, we get Playable Dredge in this game. This Stone Singer, a powerful Dredge spellweaver, is proof that not all the Dredge fear and hate humanity. Though the Stone Singer does not speak, it travels with the Ravens now, working toward what you expect is the same goal, saving its own kind from the darkness. It knows Rupture, seeks out any Dredge too weak to resist and explodes them. Takes a round to cast, but then Dredge with 8, 9 or 10 strength or less die. Wow. Also has Umbrage. Gives all allies minus armor plus strength. But again, takes a round. And Disease Strike gives people diseases. Which is really annoying to fight against, so I will use that. Anybody else new? No, but we do now have a ton of skill points to spend, so it's back to spreadsheet time. Boop boop. Right, what is back? One extra crit chance would actually be great. Because that's his build. And, I mean, she's fairly squishy. Let's give her a chance to dodge armor. Either can just tank forever. Avon needs willpower. Oh yeah, we haven't even looked at Juno, because we've not had her in our party before, have we? One of the Valka Council, Juno is a spellweaver of immense power, capable of controlling or influencing minds seemingly at will. She's close to Avind, the leader of the Valka, and they appear, to share a lot of the same secrets. With the darkness threatening to devour everything, she is convinced or commanded a small crew of protectors to help her and Avind reach a place deep within the darkness that she claims will allow her to reverse the catastrophe. Was that saying Avind was the head of the Valka, or what? Anyway, she can confuse. I don't know what that does exactly. Great. Weaved energy bolsters the willpower of a teammate and creates an aura of confidence around them. If they're adjacent to another teammate, their willpower increases and the aura passes on. So, okay. Willpower boost increases each time the aura is passed. Okay, so it's like... kind of like Arc Lightning, but... Arc. Goodness. And Thread of Life. Connection to the Thread of Life is uniquely strong. When she dies, she becomes a ghost that can roam the battlefield, pick up energy that restores her to life. I'm sure this isn't ominous in a story way at all. Give her willpower regen. So, does Avon have a different description now? Eventually revealed as one of the Council's most powerful Valka. What? Okay, that hasn't happened yet, so thanks for the spoilers. Avon and Juno have come a long way to undo the darkness. But as his revelations about him are revealed, his innocence has come into question. The kind man desperately working to save lives and heal the world sometimes gives way to a dangerous and selfish anger. Okay, anyway, skill points. Anyone else have things to spend? Dutch, we barely used you. Krumer, same thing. See above. We get dodge and divert, because then it can dodge attacks while it's trying to charge a spell. Just had to double check what pronouns they were using there for the apostate. Dredge appear to use it. It hits, although if that's just the view of the humans and such who are looking at them from the outside, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. We've got 30 renown. We could give somebody a level, and it's going to be Falca because she's awesome. We need some better items on this side. Okay, so who should we take? I think we've got to take Valgard, yeah. And Althrun. Let's take Juno. Let's take our new people. Apostate. That's everyone that's new. Let's take Avind, because, you know, he hasn't got a level yet. And we could use someone else tanky, so let's take Iva. Right, spreadsheet's done. Let's actually have this fight, shall we? As I try and work out voices for a bunch of new characters. And then forget them. Just in time. Survivors! Let's clear these things out. Okay, so what do we have? Warped Axeman. Unearthly endurance. Willpower absorbs all strength damage until depleted. Also explodes. Great. And Nose Flail. Same and Impale. Warrior. Drains will from target. Also explodes and has Tempest. Another Spearman. Another Axeman. Another Spearman. Warped Shield Banger. Drains will. Explodes. Has Battering Ram. And an Archer. Has Bird of Prey. Okay. Any hero can use the Valka Spear to cast Chain Lightning on an enemy, defeat enemies to charge it. Oh, we've given up on the Warhorn entirely, and we just have Avon's cool, totally not evil spear. Oh, that's some noises. Oh, he did learn Tempest. Winner, winner. Oh, but they absorb... take damage to willpower before anything else. I literally went over this to myself and then forgot everything. Okay, so Rupture won't do anything because they aren't Dredge. Umbrage, it's far too early to use, I would say. So let's just not do anything. Yeah. Now, what's the range on Ride the Lightning? Doesn't say. Great. Ah, there we go. Oh, 6. Wow. Don't really want to run over the fire pit. Let's just move back 1. And then ride that lightning. I must have misread, because I thought it said 1 strength damage plus 2 per tile jumped. Not 2 per tile jump, 1 per 2 tiles jumped, so a quarter of what I thought it was. Excellent. Great. Avent, can you... No, can't reach that with an Art Light. Could just do it on there for just 4 damage, but oh, Troll Stones. That's fun. Because that does damage. That was not a valuable use of your turn, my dude. What abilities do you now have again? Confuse people and give people a willpower aura. Okay. So what does confusion do? Let's find out. Okay, just immediately makes them have a turn in which they fight against us. Not against us, the opposite of that. Against their allies. Okay, if you flail this one, it might do. And it did. Okay, so the explosion, all it does is leave ash where they were. It doesn't, like, do damage around them or anything. Good to know. So calling it an explosion feels like a bit of a misnomer, but here we are. Tempest again, if you would. Don't hit Juno. I'll state if you'd like to absolutely mess this one up. Everyone keeps killing Valgard, and frankly it's rude. So... Why don't we strength of will? Can just give him strength back. That's very nice. Arclight. God, imagine if there was one there and you'd have to chain all the way down there. But you don't, so. Oh, she's got a spear, hasn't she? Okay, just kill one. Why not? Take out the archer, because it's annoying. Alfred gets to dodge. We love to see it. Valgard isn't doing great, so he may as well flail again. Like we did last summer, and by last summer I mean 2 minutes ago. Oh, we've charged the Valk Spear. Now anyone can cast Chain Lightning. Or I could just kill this guy with an axe. That worked. Valgard goes down, but it's fine. Don't really want to walk across too much of this if I don't have to, but I probably have to. Now let's go around it. Let's be sensible for now. Alfrun is not down. Tiny Alfrun, who did not die. Get over there and ride the lightning. Be dead. Okay, she's neat. No, wait, no, don't do that. Okay, so it's just a 1 damage one. Oh, right, it's 1 charge per kill. And you only need 1 charge to hit. Okay, right. Anyway, just hit this one with your staff, I guess. Like, it's not designed for that, but it'll work. Oh, she's also got strength absorbed by will. And that's, again, worrying, because not only is she coming back to life when she dies, she's surviving in the same way that the warped are. Just saying. This isn't ominous at all. Anyway, what if you got one of these working for us? Like this one. Nice job, warped. Who's this now, Ivor? Yeah, take that. Oh, it drains willpower. I forgot that. Even if Apostate's not getting to pull out his cool abilities because they're like for use against Dredge mostly, like it's still a 15 strength fighter with poisoned weapons, and that's pretty neat. Can't summon crossstones on people, good to know. Okay, so they do damage allies. I probably could have looked that up, but I didn't, so. Now just kill them with a spear. Realise that I've blocked Ivor off from literally everything. Slam. I just thought we can probably use troll stones as a thing for, as like conduits for chain lightning. beat this thing to death. And when I say beat, I mean Juno will stab with a spear. Okay, we have some interesting new people here. And we're not singing. Why aren't we singing? When you mind-controlled Volker, did you tell her to stop singing? Also, Valgard's injured, but then we've just met him, so, you know. When the quiet comes, it feels unnatural, like being underwater. What happened to these things, anyway? Asks Volker, breaking the silence. The strange woman replies, Dredge, human, Val, it doesn't matter out here. Not dead, but their minds were gone even before we laid them to rest. 34 renown! Just renown coming out of the woodwork. The charred remains of the warped creatures bubble and fizz in the light and smell horrible. You take the conversation outside the ruined hall as you descend towards the foot of Strand. An unexpected place to find visitors. The Dredge were trouble enough in Strand without being warped into monsters. Wasn't sure we'd ever be unstuck from this abyss even with our friend's light. Good that you stay put. You won't outpace the darkness on foot. We travel into the wind, not away, to undo it. Undo the darkness? How? No mere mender, this. The woman's a Valka. But you are not. How did you learn how to weave the light? I've picked up a thing or two on my own. You learn to protect yourself when the menders are trying to kill you. Things I should probably be suspicious about, all this renown. Oh, that's my secret. I'm suspicious of everything. If there's one thing this game has taught me, it's that nothing good can ever happen, and anything that feels like it might be good is going to come back to bite you. What do you mean by that? My name is Alfred. Do you know who you're traveling with, I wonder? Despite our history, I came this way to seek the council in Manahar. I wonder if the remains of it found me instead. You can tell Juno's uncomfortable with the implication, but she remains composed as ever. Avon's less so. We need to move on. Time is our enemy. Time itself. Then you'll need capable allies. I can see it on your face. You wonder, can I trust her? What I'm wondering is why there's so much color in the air between you and the big lady with the raven shield. You glance at Volker. Ollie's head swivels back and forth between her and Juno. He's not the only one drawing a weapon. You hid Juno in your head, clearly in your head. Be ready. Volker shudders, grabbing her head. Where are we? She groans, no longer under Juno's spell. Trapped in the dark with this treacherous witch, Ollie snarls. I knew it, Volker. Her words have been coming out to your mouth since we left Bolverk at the old fort. Volker's face turns red enough to melt snow. She screams and you only barely manage to turn aside her spear. Others are drawing weapons. What do the Ravens appreciate force or fear more? I don't think they get intimidated. Fasten hard. You bull rush Volker, knocking her to the ground, and take Ollie in the chin with the butt of your axe. He staggers backward, mouth bloodied. I'm led to believe this is how Bolverk would do it. The rest hesitate, but they're trained warriors. They're not quick to back down from a fight. A velveteen dizziness washes over the group. My favourite Tangerine Dream album. Juno says, if this world is going to survive, everyone is needed. Volker struggles against the weariness. Who gives a flying fawn about the world? But she makes no move. Nobody moves. When this is all over, slumps Volker, the ravens will get what's owed. Count on that. Everybody shut up, hisses Spar. You hear that? No, but I feel I'm about to. Oh, straight into another fight. These things just came out of nowhere. We must stand together to survive. Fine, but this conversation isn't over. Waves combat the legions of the Warcraft and attack in waves. After the first wave, you may fight or flee. Defeat the boss on the final wave and gain a powerful item. Oh, this sounds ripe for Hubris. This is the number of player turns remaining for another wave. Okay, and what do they have? They have a shieldbanger, spinner, archer, warrior, archer, spin. Okay, lots of archers. Well, tell you what. This is going to be a festival of Hubris, which we will get to after a short break. Because I need to go and stretch my legs and get some more water and run some ads. So I'm going to go and do that. I would recommend, you know, you'll do some or all of the same. Drink something, eat something, stand up, move around, take your meds if you haven't. And yeah, I will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Love you all, and we will be back with this in a few. Once I find the right button on this stream, just press buttons at random until something happens. What could go wrong? I'm gonna go now before something goes wrong. And we're back. Hello everyone. Hope you all had a good break. Or, you know, if you didn't, at least I hope it wasn't on your own terms. I don't know where I'm going with this. Shall we move on? Let's see how hard I can fall into Hubris on this. Forgetting that they take damage to willpower first. Really need to start accounting for that. Big ones don't. Not sure what's up with that. Yes, attack Juno. She can actually stand it better than most people because she's got willpower armor. Anyway, take 9 damage. Just get hit with this axe. It's not a sophisticated tactic, but it does work really, really well. Why does he not have 2 range when his weapon is even called the Valkyr Spear? Okay, she's out of willpower. This is where the system fails me. Frankly, even if Juno does die, she'll get better. Why did you use that Tempest, my dude? I mean, sure. Ooh, there's people on a diagonal there. Got lightning, did it? And again. You don't need all that willpower. What are you going to do with it? Probably something stupid. Whereas what I'll do is murder you. So, frankly, my plan sounds better. Thanks, Spud. Everyone needed that willpower. Ooh, they can get... Light them up. Normally I would say that I was hoping for a different animation on his abilities now that he's using the Valkyrie Spear, but on the upside, his lightning ability animation continues to look really cool. Okay, so Juno's dead, but it's not going to take. Because now she's a ghost. Unlike other heroes, when Juno falls in battle she isn't incapacitated, instead she becomes a ghost, invisible and invulnerable to enemies. As a ghost, she can't attack or use abilities, but she can move and she can collect the fonts of dark energy that are visible on her turn. Yes, there's nothing to worry about with Juno, nothing at all. Each font that Juno collects restores strength and will. When trying to maximise her font collections each turn, remember you can click multiple tiles in sequence to waypoints. At any point you can restore her to life with the strength and willpower she has by stepping onto her body. Can I... No. Is there a way I can get 2 in one turn from here? I really don't think there is. But I'll set myself up well. Oh, there was one there. I missed that one. Okay. See, that's how you do it. Everyone gets willpower. Does that include the ghost? I hope that includes the ghost. If it doesn't include the ghost, then the ghost should listen harder. Spar tells some cool stories, and you should pay attention. Just for a minute there, Spar's voice clip there of him telling a story in Old Norse sounded very much like Matthias from Hatari's ranting at the start of Urdir, which is an amazing track. That is Matthias. I always forget which one's Matthias and which one's Clemens. It's Matthias. We're going to pillage. We do still have 23 turns left. So Juno should take this time to go font. And she is now at max health and nearly full will, so on her next turn she should just go and become not dead. Oh, this is early. Step around the ash, that's the word. And stabby. Respite. You may choose to fight for more renown and possibly an item, or flee to save injuries. Ah, and we get to see who's coming. Oh, we get new people as well. Oh, dang. So basically all of our fights can have everyone in them. That's exciting. So let's fight. Reinforcements. Red triangles show from which sides of the combat the enemies will appear. In this case, 2 of them. Is this battle a hot dog? Refresh your parties with heroes from your roster, then assemble them on the combat board. Swap out and place heroes on the battle board. Click ready when you are. Okay, who's not in a good place? Everyone's actually doing pretty well. I might switch Sparta out. Maybe for Alfred, give her another run. Yeah, works for me. Okay, just more of the same. Oh, unrelenting Warped Warrior. That's a lot of damage. Has Drain, Tempest, and an item that's giving it more to its exertion talents. Yeah, that's actually not too much of a problem. It's just very strong is the main problem at the minute. Well, let's make it less strong with some lightning. Okay, Juno, go and be alive again. Now then. Okay, so she stays on the same armor, which is fine, I guess. Have a willpower aura, and then go and stand next to other people so they too may have a willpower aura. Stop shooting either. Mostly it's just annoying. I should probably be checking everyone else for any more special stuff. Basic archer, basic archer, basic archer, basic spearman, basic axeman. Okay, yeah. There you go. Question answered. Go there and then go there, and you'll spread the aura to a bunch of people. Okay, so it's only where you stop. Good to know. No, an axe storm would probably go down well there. Especially if you're going to start critting with them. Solid, solid. Stop shooting people who aren't Juno. If you have the opportunity to shoot Juno, you should always do that. Oh, if she moves there, she too can have the aura, and we can get an achievement for passing on the aura enough. And she may as well heal either. There you go. Have some strength. And a big old circle of blood. Because even when you teach yourself weaving, it's still shady as hell. Good thud there. Yeah, just hit him. Don't love that. Yeah, just get the kill on the big one, and we get the item it was carrying. Ivor's down, which don't love it. Can I axe storm this one to death? Nice. Roll against the level. Nice and nicely. And now let's just go teleport smash. Alpharin being a bamf in every sense of the word. Why, yes, that joke was hilarious. Thank you for noticing. And confuse. You there, don't you wish you were working with us? I thought so. Everyone wishes they were working with us. Fun fact, you're not working with us anymore. Your severance has been, you know, agreed on a mutually satisfactory scale of acts. How it feels to work under capitalism. I mean, you're not wrong. Teleport smash! How much damage does that need to do to concuss again? I can't remember what the thing is on it. Oh, it just automatically concusses. Yes, you are concussed. Which means you can just miss your attacks. Which I love. You can't attack diagonally, you don't have a spear. Why can I never remember this simple fact? Juno, would you like some armor? I'm sure you would. I get the feeling with these wave battles as a mechanic, we are in for some long fights in this game. He dead? Juno's actually just pretty handy with a spear, like on top of all her abilities. Oh, you stood diagonally on each other. If only I had a stick that could kill people who were stood diagonally on from each other. The diagonal killing stick works. Oh hey, I have another diagonal killing stick. It's called a spear. I see, I hit him here. Achievement for passing the buff. We got the Wayright's amulet. I've got a level. Ollie got a level. I've also got injured, which is not as great. But honestly, took out both waves, only got one injury, 22 renown! It's a lot of renown! The battle ends as abruptly as it began, and that disconcerting quiet falls again.
This is a poor place to loiter,
Valgard remarks, cleaning ash from his weapon. He looked to Juno for some guidance. That wasn't just chance. Maybe all your shouting had something to do with it. No, this was organized, strategic, a little too familiar. Listen, Hedwig, if you're expecting us to play along, you better start explaining. We go to Ridgehorn. There we'll find a secret path, a shortcut to our destination. Which is the place where the darkness began. How about a little more... I've already lost where his voice was.
Hold up. You guys expecting anyone?
You all see it, off on the horizon. An imposing figure cloaked in white leads a legion of the warped. Do we have another Sundra on our hands? Can't be. Bolverk? Ah. arguably worse. Yes, because he got possessed by Bellower, and then kind of died, but then got a mouthful of serpent blood and woke up again. He was left buried beneath rubble in Manor. You did what? Death is less certain than it used to be.
How did things get this bad? Where are the other Valka?
Avon and I went to Manor. Bolverk came for us there with a vengeance, destroying any chance we had of cooperating with the other Valka. No. You were already shooting one of them with lightning at that point. From where I stood, it looked a little more like Avon completely lost his mind. Juno looks away and returns to her point. Every day the darkness grows closer to Arborang. I fear they have no defense against it. And what are we doing standing here? Richmond's several days away. In good conditions, maybe. I can safely say these are not. If that really is Bolverk. If it is, let him chase us. Keep him away from Arborang. We've got enough problems as it is. Chapter 18. Alas, the sea is still deep and wide. Cool, don't get to give anyone that item we just found. Or spend that billion renown. No, we're back to Arborang. And an ominous raven. Actually, I think it was a crow. It's a bit small to be a raven. Also, would be mixing our metaphors somewhat, given that one of our parties is literally the Ravens. This won't end peacefully, Petrus says, looking out at the dredge as they squirm, trapped between the outer worlds of Arborang and the darkness. These corners is when they're the most dangerous. We much better off? You wonder aloud. Petrus shakes his head. Not really. There's still bad blood about the refugee situation, and it's more than it seems. Speaking of which, he adds, Ruger's talking. Think it's time you took a crack at him. Not without me, Oddleaf says. Even chained to a wall, that man is a threat. And our best hope for maintaining order is the king's safety, Petrus adds. We need that antidote. Go with luck. Alright then, you dick. Ruger's appearance reminds you of a well-used practice dummy. Still, he smiles as you enter the cell alongside Oddleaf. You look pleased with yourself, considering you failed.
Why shouldn't I be? What was it the king said? I'd never set foot in Arborang? Now look at me. Is there anywhere safer in the world?
Chained to a wall. I wouldn't call this a win.
That's exactly what it is. Look, it's obvious why they trotted you in here. Save the king from Ruger's nasty poison trick. Curious that the Menders can't do it. But before we talk... before we talk business, do you play tough?
Is this going to turn into some trite metaphor?
Probably. Not the one you're thinking of, though. The secret to Skagtafel is that the pawns and kings are just details. It's about being able to see further ahead than your opponent. You know that sinking feeling when you're looking at the table and the game's not over yet? But you know it's over, you gotta just sit there and keep playing. Have you gotten used to it yet?
Tough words from someone rotting in a prison cell.
Think harder. While I wait safely in this cell, my loyalists gather strength in numbers. They're preparing. Meinolf's life is mine to save. If I let him die, his support crumbles, his control of Arborang's over. And if he martyrs me, my men run snarling through the streets, wolves among your sheep. Who will prevail?
I think you'll find us far from sheep.
Truth is, not everyone wants to be swaddled and told everything will be fine.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if Ruger had a Twitter? I can, because I've ever been on Twitter. That's who you sound like, my man. Are you going to tell us facts don't care about our feelings next?
My people are not willing to put their lives in the hands of a weak king trying to make sure we all die equally, fairly. See, to them, you're not just wrong. You're the enemy of freedom. Freedom to make their own decisions.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Ah, too real. Too real.
Believe this. Anything you throw at me will come back to you twice as hard.
Is that a threat?
Looking at things backwards as usual, Oddleaf. It can work for you if you'll just be reasonable. What are you prepared to do for me?
just brackets, beat Ruger.
You only do this to take advantage of scared people. The truth doesn't wash blood from the streets.
There we go. The whole room suddenly shudders. Screams pierce even the thick walls of the cell, and Oddleaf lifts herself up to look out of the small prison window.
Alette, we need to go. Now. At the walls, it's...
Is this Attack on Titan? Neat. Okay, we've already got one dredge on our side. Can we have this dredge on our side? Because they're dope. Okay, okay. Who do we want? Who do we want? Also, do we have a ton of renown? We've usually got a ton of renown. We only have 13 renown. That's not going to be enough for anything. Why would you even bother me with this 13 renown? Eric, yeah. Let's go.
Push him back.
There's too many. Okay, Stone Singer, Grunt, Slab Slinger, Slag Slinger. Well, let's do this. And this is another wave battle. What's the range on his taunt? Not a lot. Because if you could have used it to lock down the Stone Singer, that would be great. What's the range on Trample? Just 3. So, yeah, you can get that one if he goes there. Done. And then withdraw. And immediately take 6 damage. Wow, that was annoying. Okay, range on Insult is better. Or I could just buff one of these. I mean... Actually, if Ursa has the buff... Yeah, what he said. Who needs willpower? Right. Oh, or Eric could just go stealth, he can do that. Okay, saying go stealth like that sounds like I explicitly mean it in the trans way. Only problem with buffing Ursa is that she is out of range of literally everyone. Oh no, but but she can burn prey. And still do 1 damage. Or she can bird of prey that one for 3 damage. That's more than 1. 3 times as many as 1. And Roek is just gonna get beat to death. Sorry, my dude. Let's counter bring the pain. Oh god, brain. No, you were meant to. What happened to pain bringing? Oh, fine. I guess you can just die. Everyone can have some willpower. Wreck can die. This is why he hasn't got that level yet. It's on account of all the dying. Have less armor. Go there so you're not stood next to Mog. Backstab! You consider just not having armor. So, I mean, you can't seem to hold on to it, so I may as well take care of it for you. The Stone Seeker doesn't get to stay only mostly dead, because frankly, with those abilities it needs to be all the way dead immediately. Speaking of all the way dead, so gets a level. Yeah, so I mean with the wave battles, because we can bring reinforcements in as well, as long as we can get to the end of the wave, we will have enough people to bring back. To, like, reinforce in the next round. The Dredge have perks now. What kind of a world are we living in? Dredge going around regenerating willpower. I mean, I ask you. Anyway, be dead. We are once again going to earn so much renown. Okay. So, I can't remember who is still needing the level. Let's look at the condition of everyone we've got. Aelio not looking great. Ursa is definitely out. Fasolt's fine. Mog's fine. Eric's fine. We'll lose Aelio as well. But we'll bring in Canary. Goodmund. We'll learn how to operate the bloody interface. And Gunolf? Yeah, Gunolf. Okay. Enemies will be coming from that direction, so Gunolf will stand kind of midway. These two are the shield wall. Eric can stand by you, as can Goodmund, and Canary take position behind him. Fight! Oh, I hadn't actually clicked fight yet. The fight is saying that you're choosing to fight, and then ready is that you're actually ready. Come on. Oh, I know why Canary's got less armor. She literally has an item that gives her minus armor. I'm smart and I pay attention.
No time for rest yet.
Oh, they have sculptors. Could you not? Okay, so we have, that's a Gloom Warden Armorer. Skulker Queen, and a Desperate Grunt. Title of your... no, I'm not even going there. Okay, if you poison that one, I could do with it just having less energy. Oh, and there's a Star Slinger there as well. And then, because you're stood in the middle of a bunch of people, just bring some pain. You know who'd be useful now is somebody who had an ability that could just insta-kill a whole bunch of dredge. But no, he's in the other party. Oh, actually, wait, why don't I just bring the pain? You're not going to attack either of our tanks. Frankly, that's rude, and for it, you die. Well, not quite die yet, but 8 damage is not nothing. Get hit with this incredibly large sword. Canary gets to be not dead, and we love that for her. Is Goodman poisoned? How did that happen? He's diseased. Why are you... is everyone diseased? Gloom Warden, did you disease everyone? I'm confused. Did that Stone Singer disease... oh yeah, he diseased somebody and then everybody stood next to them, haven't they? Because I don't pay attention to that. I'm good at video games, y'all. Canary dies because we didn't look at the poison. Because we misnumbered the signs. There's another one for me making incredibly niche references, if anyone had that on the Emma Streams bingo card. Get wrecked. Wrecked is also what you should get. Okay, now the poison will kill it on its turn. Okay, Skulker howls and they all hone in on Eric. Which, honestly, could be worse. I mean, could be a lot better. Anyway, kill the slings, that's annoying. Kill this guy. And a level. Gloom Warden goes down. Just the 2 skulkers left. That sure was 11 damage, don't love that. Flail time. Forgot Eric was still there. Good job, me. Fasson's down. Okay, both the skulkers don't have armor anymore. I think I might have this. Be dead. Mog's down. Oh, there's another wave coming, isn't there? Oh god. It's fine. If I can just get everybody through, I can start a new round with entirely new people. Made it. Okay, neither of you should be in the fight. Fresh horses. Need... Who hasn't fought in this at all? Chris, Harkon, Luden, Alette, and Deirdre. Alette, no, don't be there. That was a terrible idea. My archers stay behind the Varl. And where the hell is Deirdre? Why? Also, I like how the corpses build up, like they're persistent. Just everyone is dead. Oh, you can still... Oh no, that wasn't selecting their corpses, that was just moving to a space. Come on, pay attention, Emma. Yeah, like I say, there are going to be some long battles here. Keep your shields up and watch the dire guard. Okay, we have a Dread Dire Guard. This is the one with the item. Yes, it has Drum Fire, which breaks armor and puts down Ash, which I don't love. And gets willpower and armor per turn, has break resist and can't die above strength 1. Wow! I want that. We have a Slinger, we have a couple of Skulkers, we have a Stone Singer, which, don't love that either. Chris has a thing that gives him minus move, hence his incredibly slow movement. Honestly. Can't mouth anyone at this range, so I guess we're just moving on. Especially because I was thinking of insult, not malice. Come on, Emma. Haven't done this in a while. Impale the Slinger, and watch it run itself to death. Well, not quite to death, but, you know, partway there. Living on kind of a prayer. If you can poison the Dire Guard. Much obliged. If you all could stop picking on Luden. What items I like got? Yeah, she's just tankier. That's fine. Oh, she knows Mend now. When did she learn Mend? They probably told me at the time. Like, I knew story-wise she was learning some of the basics of being a Mender. But I don't remember her actually gaining the ability. That did not accomplish much. Nice. Less nice. Can't even see where those went. Oh, was that Ash there? Good thing I saw the tooltip, because can't see it otherwise. This is a problem. All the environment effects seem to be loading under all the corpses. Anyway, die. No, not Luden. He doesn't get to die. Ever. Yeah, See, this is really what you need, is to get hit very hard with an axe. And also speared. That stone singer's up to something, but it can't exactly get there quick enough to do anything about it, so... just gonna keep working down the although it's dying of poison anyway, so that's fun. Okay, well now it's dead. Oh no, it's not dead because it's protected from death and strength of 1 or more. Oh, the skull creates this as well. Don't love that. Ha 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 ha. Get wrecked. Harkon, if you can go and start dealing with this Storm Singer. Stone Singer, different word. Thank you for killing all your own people with that umbrage, you idiot. Isn't it nice when your enemy's wizard just decides to explode all of their own troops? I think it's great. Can you reach that with a bird of prey? Yeah. Actually, click the button. I mean, it only does 1 damage, but still. That's 1 more than no damage. All waves down. Rank 12 item. Jesus. Not going to be using that for a little while. Fasol has a level. Aelio has a level. Margaret has a level. Canary has a level. Any predictions on how much renown I'm about to get? Because it's probably a lot. Speaking of a lot, here's the injury list. Roek, Canary, Gunulf, Fasol, Mog, Luden. Oh, honestly, that's fewer than I thought. 27 renown, that's a lot. You pull back from the breach in the wall as clansmen and guards rush to hold it. Sweat rolls down your face. You knew the dredge would eventually become a problem, but the reality of it's worse. You need a plan. Again, the black anchor crashes through the wall above your head, stopping in midair before flinging back, shredding the wood. What in the depths? You shout. Grim tidings. Yeah, that is how that would go. Replies, I'm having trouble with this accent. The only problem here is, it's a challenge I entirely set myself, so I have no one to blame. Replies Aelio, ushering you toward the rest of the caravan. I've heard stories of a Sunder called Ruin who could do such things. Tore down the fortresses of old Varl kings. Oddleaf stops. She says, it pulls that anchor thing back. Towards itself. And then she realised she was doing the wrong voice. And then takes off at a full sprint toward where the Varl are gathered. Come with me, she shouts. I'm gonna talk to Harkon, I guess. Or, well, let's see if we can level people. We have many renowns. Okay, so rank 8's to the front. Aelio. I mean, dodge is always good to have. And Mog. Game. The loading bar is still moving, and it hasn't decided to collapse to windowed, so there's that at least. Game. Insert some hold music here. Ba-da ba-da ba ba-da ba. Ba-da ba-da ba ba-da ba. Ba-da 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 ba ba-da ba ba-da ba ba-da ba. Ba-da 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 ba ba ba-da ba. Ba-da ba-da ba ba-da ba. Ba-da 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 ba ba-da ba ba-da ba ba-da ba. Welcome to the music that's been in my head all afternoon, and I have no earthly idea why. Okay, so this is exciting. Game, if you're going to crash, could you at least crash in a way where you stop and say not responding, and then I know what's going on, rather than just loading bar, loading bar, loading bar. No, apparently that's all we're getting. Oh, yeah, if it dies here, we have to do that whole fight again. No, it would have saved after that when we were out in camp. She says, desperately hoping. Or alternatively, the whole question could be moot because you could finish loading. Bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum ba 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 bum ba bum. Oh my god, really? Apparently today is the day we encounter bugs. Okay, yeah, Taskman directed it's still running, so either I kill it and we take our chances. I think that's what we're doing. Ugh. Let's open it again and see whether we're still in, and then we'll probably wrap up. Oh my actual god. Oh, and it doesn't want to capture now. Oh, okay. No, I take it back. It does. Yes, good. It remembers that we did that fight. I just want to level people again. Just let me level people. Did you just not like me leveling Aelio? There. Part of me is doing the same levels again just because I want to see if the bug is reproducible. Okay, no, we're fine. Right. Phew. Okay, so heart and throat a little bit, but we're fine. What does the funky map look like at the minute? Funky? Yeah, and we can't do any description reading of places because nowhere in the darkness exists. And I'm taking us out of the funky map because that droning noise sets my brain on edge. Okay. So, I think it is actually time for us to wrap up, because that's taken us nicely to the end of the stream, and I say nicely as though we haven't had a bunch of interesting faults. None of the regular gremlins, though, touch wood, which is nice. I am in the depths of getting customer service to work out what the hell is going on with that problem. We'll keep you all updated. But yeah, as it is, I think it's time for the wrap-up. So, thanks a lot to everyone who's watched. Thanks a lot if you stayed to the end, means a lot. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's S-E-R-A-S-E-N-T, the House of Hubris, you'll see it on the title cards in a minute, where I'm streaming regular times every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 2 PM GMT, that is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific, other time zones are available. Yes, Sai, just for you, sleep is good. I should probably do more of it, although not as much as I did yesterday, or at least perhaps in a more intentional way. And yeah, we'll be continuing with this. If you want to be notified when I am live in case my schedule gets thrown off again, you can throw us a follow on the Twitch. Helps kind of boost our sphere, but also tells you whenever we're live. And if you miss anything, VODs can be found on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact, or you can go over to my YouTube, link is down there-ish. The link, it says VOD Archive, you can find it. Or just in case, that is youtube.com/users/rf191999, or I guess just search Serasent on YouTube, I think that'll work, where you can find all my VODs way back to the start of the channel, which is December of 2019, which is over a year now, so we got lots of games there, so there'll probably be something you enjoy, hopefully. If there's not, let me know what you would enjoy. While you're there, throw us a subscribe. Again, doesn't cost you anything and lets you get hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. And yes, if you think that me battling a whole new range of tech gremlins is worth your monetary support somehow, you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on the Twitch. Very much appreciated if you do, but very much not necessary. Just, you can if you want to, but otherwise just turn up and be chill and have fun with each other, and then everyone's having a good time. A reminder, if you've got an Amazon Prime account, you have a free Twitch subscription. So throw it at someone. Much appreciated if it's me, but it doesn't have to be. Give it to someone, because the alternative is letting Amazon keep all of their own money, which, no. That's pretty much it. If you want to find me elsewhere for more of me forgetting how languages work, you can check out my Twitter at Waruce, that's W-A-R-U-C-E. And yeah, other projects potentially on the horizon, but nothing confirmed yet, so again, we'll keep you in the loop, and check the Twitter, that'd be the best place to find it. Okay, I think we can throw a raid over while now that I'm finishing, Emily, at which you may. Oh yes, connections, that's the thing I'm doing at the minute that you can see. I will be posting on my Twitter the links to the YouTube videos of the ongoing Connections Online Quiz League World Championships. Yeah, we just played our second match this week. It's a lot of fun. We are pretty good at it, I want to say, given that we've won every season of the UK League so far. Touch wood. So yeah, again, check the Twitter. Everything you need to know is on my Twitter, so just go and look at it and then decide whether you want to deal with its randomness or not. Anyway, yeah, gonna throw a raid over to Emily, generally of this chat. So hang around after we go dark for that. She's playing World's End Club, which is going to be more of that Zero Escape style goodness, and by goodness I mean... and yeah. Otherwise, I will see you all again for more of this mess on Tuesday. Love you all. Hang around for the raid, but otherwise, bye.